Kirti, are we playing the video or shall we start?
Sir, I'm trying to play the video, so just 1 minute.
Founder. Meeting.
Sir, there's some glitch, so we can go ahead, sir.
Okay,
I'm unable. I'll try playing at the end, sir.
sure. And are we live?
Yashpal ji, are we live?
We are live, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. On behalf of ASSOCHAM and the L2 Pro India team, I invite you to this webinar. It is on IP commercialization aspect of startups, a very impactful topic. Thank you for joining us today this afternoon. And if you're not speaking, I request all of you just keep yourselves on mute, please. Now, this program. A few points on what L2 Pro is. Now, L2 Pro India stands for Learn to Protect, Secure, and Maximize Your Innovations. It's an IP e-learning program which has been developed by DPIIT, by NLU Delhi, and by Qualcomm. So far, it has been taken by more than 5,100 learners. And the goal is to ensure that IP aspects are really well understood by startups. The learners in this program have shown an increased awareness and better understanding of different IPR aspects, such as how to protect innovations with patents, how to use copyrights, develop trademarks, integrate IP considerations. We'll have a deep dive into this specific topic, which is obtain value from various R&D efforts, and also this one, which is how innovators can get better access to market. The course is split across 3 different modules: basic, intermediate, and advanced. In my personal opinion, everyone should go through all the aspects of the basic level because they cover the IP fundamentals. The intermediate level covers the different topics such as the behind the scenes of IP, which is what goes on when you file and acquire IP, how do IP searches work, how commercialization works, and particularly for startups as you're building organizations, you have to consider employee agreements, NDA contracts. In other words, the restrictive covenants. And then you have the advanced level topics which cover access to funding. They introduce you to standards and standard setting organizations and how you can deal with disputes. Now, because this course is relevant for startups, we thought of making it fun and interesting. So you can see here are some screenshots from the course. You can also see very helpful resources such as where can you find patent and trademark facilitators that work for your IP rights for free. They will work with the government to on a commercial basis, but to startups, they provide their services for free. And also you can learn about the different SIPP incentives that startups can take advantage of. Every lesson in the course has an intro video and a summary video, which is about 2 minutes in duration. So in roughly about 5 minutes, you can have a 60 to 70% coverage of what the course is. And for rest of the content, you can go to each slide as you deem fit. There's also an assessment at the end of every module, and this assessment is based on both factual questions as well as case study. And the people who successfully pass that will be given a certificate that's generated on the spot, and the certificate is provided again to you by DPIIT, by NLU Delhi, and by Qualcomm. And I'll just play this video. Hopefully, plays.
Hemang, we are not getting a sound for the video.
So I'll just pause the sharing for now. I think through the course, through this webinar, we'll paste the links for the videos. Sorry, the link for the course. And you can get it on web. You can get it on your favorite app store. It is completely free to use. Okay, so the basic steps of the video just showed you how fun and interactive the entire course material is. Now, having said that, let's change gears and dive into what today's webinar topic is going to be about. And allow me a few minutes to introduce my very good friend and a colleague from the IP world, Dr. Vijay Kumar Sahu. Welcome, Dr. Sahu. He's a regional manager and head at the National Research and Development Corporations, IPFC, and for UN WIPO TISC at the Innovation Valley in Visakhapatnam. Dr. Sahu is a tech transfer and IP and innovation management professional. He has a very diverse experience spanning more than 15 plus years in academics, training, and professional capacities. His specialization is in the area of strategic technology and innovation management, tech transfer and commercialization. And we want to learn specifically that, from him and other topics today. Dr. Sahu has earned his MPhil and PhD from JNU New Delhi, where he specialized in IPRs and technological capabilities with special references in biotech innovation in India. He has been a recipient of the Royal Danida Fellowship on IP Strategy and Commercialization, and he received his executive diploma from the Copenhagen Business School in Denmark. Dr. Sahu has worked on various initiatives, and in particular, more than 100 plus MOUs with various universities, academia, industries, MSMEs, and bilateral organizations in the country and abroad. He has a long list of accomplishments, and I know for a fact that he works deeply with startups, deeply with organizations at all levels to bridge them and to enable IP commercialization. So without further ado, let me introduce you and turn the stage over to you. Thank you so much, Dr. Sahu. Over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Hemang. It's a great opportunity for me because this is a forum where we have to connect and collaborate and co-create for nation towards innovation and self-reliance on technology. I'm really grateful to all of you and also all the participants. In fact, I'm seeing gradually the participants are very, very enthusiastic, and also many known people are here. So this is a day, the day is special day, and on quote, the science of the today is the technology of tomorrow. Let's celebrate National Science Day today to remember the great son of the scientific society, Dr. C.V. Raman, who won Nobel Prize. And that invention, that innovation make the difference to the society in mitigating many challenges. So friends, good afternoon all. And it's my honor and privilege to be part of this forum. And I'm really grateful to SOCM and dignitaries who are here, those who are making their best to giving a affordable, adaptable, and adaptable technology to the society. So all kind of collaboration, bringing mind to the market, lab to land, technology at bedside to the bedside. I have a presentation for that. Let me just share my presentation. Dr. Hemang, my PPT is visible?
Yes, I can see it.
So topic is, in fact, everyone interest about commercialization, because at the end of the day, सबसे बड़ा रुपया for everyone. So filing patent, filing all IP, but what is the output at the end of the day? Many universities are filing patent. Now we have many ranking as far as the internal quality assess of the center of the IQAC of UGC, ARIA of AICT. So what is this IP and how we create that IP, and what is the need of creating IP, and what is the protection of this IP? When we talked about IP, there are various IP that everyone knows that. But what we do as a national organization, NRDC, in commercializing IP, and how we support the stakeholder of the knowledge economy in supporting, managing, mitigating, and also channelizing and commercializing their IP. That I will touch upon. Today we are celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. We are celebrating G20, One Nation, that is the Vasudhaivam Kutumbakam, and that is the mission vision of the government. We are part of it. And as a National Technology Transfer Organization, NRDC, how we are reaching out to the people, society, institution, academia, in hand-holding their IP, validating their IP, commercializing their IP, and also monetizing their IP. Thank you all for giving this opportunity. Friends, we are celebrating the journey of innovation. And in fact, when we go to the statistic, India is rising its parameter in the Global Innovation Index from 81 rank to 40. Certainly one day we'll go to single digit. And that is a revolution. The ecosystem of governance today, in the name of Make in India, Startup India, Digital India, Skill India, Self-Reliance India, we are celebrating, and everyone are celebrating, because this is a journey of innovation. We all are the stakeholder. We have to connect, co-create, collaborate. Friends, many times IPRs, the intellectual property rights, many institution, many innovator, inventor filed, but how, at the end of the day, what is the utility? In fact, the report, everyone knows that the utility of IPR, the commercialization of IPR, the percent is very low, but how in a quantitatively, qualitatively, in a better credential, we are monetizing it, because we are facing many challenges, both bilateral, multilateral level, as far as the IPR is concerned. The investment for R&D, particularly private sector, is poor in our R&D ecosystem. When we see other countries, their private sector put more in R&D. So there are a lot of challenges as an Indian institution. Government of India came out with National IPR policy, National Innovation Startup Policy 2019, a guiding framework of higher educational institution. When NEP talked about National Research Foundation. So this is the ecosystem. Ecosystem is enabled. We are part of it. Now the organization like Qualcomm is also supporting startup activity, where we are all connected each other. India is the country, 12th mega diverse country in the world, with our biological flora and fauna. We have seen, and it was reported, the biopiracy, issues of patenting on neem, haldi. So we need to reorient as per the demand of time, because we are in the ecosystem of WTO protectionism under the TRIPS is enhanced. So without taking any time, certainly I will go to my topic, but I thought I should apprise you all intellectual property right and technology transfer, because IPR is a tool for strategy to create the value and extract the value. So how we are extracting the value or how we are creating the value, that is very, very important, because it is completely strategic tool. That's why we are protecting. That's why we are acknowledging an inventor or innovator over his creativity in the form of IP. maybe patent, design, trademark, and others. So how we are commercializing, that is very, very important. That what kind of institutional parameter, what are the ecosystem, what are the validation, and what are the opportunity of collaboration. For this, that we need to discuss. Friends, 2023, the World IP Day, we are going to celebrate next month. 26 April is the World IP Day. The theme of this year is Women and IP, Accelerating Innovation and Creativity. Last year, IP and Youth, Innovating for a Better Future. So, NRTC as a national technology, leading technology transfer organization, how we are mitigating the challenge, providing hand-holding support, I will say, to the startup and MSME and industry and academia in the country, and providing a affordable technology in an adaptive way to the community, to the MSME and startup. So not only to that, in creating awareness on IP, establishing institutional ecosystem on IP, hand-holding startup on IP, providing all kind of validation as far as the technology transfer mechanism is concerned. We are 70 years of experience in technology transfer IP management in the country. It is also honor for us how we connected to the community, how we connected to the cluster, how we connected to our stakeholder as far as the IP harmonization, IP support is important. Certainly, we are doing our best, and in fact, I am honored and privileged that without that, we will not get that kind of recognition from the people like you who have invited us to be part of this journey. Many technology. Today we are talking about sustainable development goal, green technology for blue economy. We are doing our best to support, handhold, commercialize, transfer, and providing a technology to the market, to the industry, and that technology is ready for commercialization. Friends, navigating a new business, the future is foggy. We have seen many plagiarism, infringement, biopiracy. So knowingly, unknowingly, infringing others is the biggest damage to the institution, to the individual, to the nation at large. We are seeing at bilateral level, multilateral level, and also we have seen at institutional level and individual level at startup. Many of the startup knowingly, unknowingly infringe IP, and they got caught, and there was issues of infringement. And for a startup, how to mitigate such kind of challenge, that is the need of the hour, to sensitize to the startup and also advise to the startup they should create such kind of tool, protect that kind of tool in the form of intellectual property, so that the organization can sustain with their strategy of adopting intellectual property framework. Technology may be ready for commercialization, but we have to understand whether that technology has a demand in the market, that is market readiness level, whether the technology has a demand from the society, that is societal readiness level, whether the technology has a demand from consumer, that is consumer readiness level, whether the technology has a freedom to reach out to in the market, it is called intellectual property readiness level. So when we are talking about innovation readiness level, these are the 5 important parameters we have to understand, and the intellectual property readiness level is the one of the biggest challenge for every startup today. We have been seeing in newspaper, reading in newspaper, watching in newspaper, the issues of legal implication on startup, particularly on infringement. So getting a freedom to operate, every startup must protect their IP so that they can create the value, extract the value. without mitigating any challenge further in future. And we have seen last 3-4 years, many startup has that kind of problem. So innovation readiness level, and we have seen innovation readiness level in the tracing, testing, and treating of COVID-19, because market is ready, consumer is ready, society is ready, and IP certainly. And in you might have seen during Corona period, many patent related to, many IP filed related to tracing, testing, and treating of COVID-19. And that become a technology, and that technology adapt to the people and adapted by the people and mitigated the challenge. So we have to bring Lakshmi and Saraswati together. Academic institutions certainly a place of knowledge, Goddess Saraswati, idea, IP, but how we can make the Lakshmi, that the startup and incubation center established by various department of Government of India, from Atal Incubation Center through Atal Innovation Mission, Technology Business Incubation Center, TBI, MSME Incubation Center, Startup India. So all that is already created opportunity, established infrastructure in making it Lakshmi, and that we are part of it. And that's the IP today, when we can bring both Lakshmi and Saraswati left and right to me in practically. The creator of the IP, who was standing right to me, and the investor of for the IP was standing left to me, where we are exchanging the technology transfer, the transfer of technology know-how, where the industry was invested, and also all kind of nitty-gritty put in place. And for the technology, that technology has a global demand, and that's the ecosystem, we are part of it, and that's the IP commercialization IP. The innovator, the young innovator, along with the scientist, they have created, it is their IP. That means knowledge must be acknowledged. The creator of the IP across the ecosystem of governance, who recognize that they have created, it was protected, because we have seen there is a potential demand in that country based on the framework of IP protection. We protected, and we got the demand, and we got the investment, we got the opportunity, we transfer the technology. Now the fruit will come, the million people of the society will benefit. That is nothing but bringing Lakshmi and Saraswati, and many more technology, and also the royalty we can collect from industry and share the same to the innovator, the IP creator. Not only to that, women, we have a Startup and Stand Up India program. Government of India has already created such platform. We are part of it. How to ornament, how to create the awareness, and also opportunity for women towards entrepreneurship. And that we have established through many branding of product to the many startups. They are not only beautifying us, they are beautifying the nation with the new innovative product. And that is the brand they have created. And that brand we are talking about in the form of trademark or the many more. So we have to be practical. We have seen the how Indian Bollywood movie played an important role, connect to our heart. The issues of the character of Funsung Wangdu and Chatur Ramalingam. At the same time, the issues of copyright between Vidhu Vinod Chopra and Chetan Bhagat. So this not only sensitizes us, this is also a learning lesson from every academician. When they are creating any IP, they must celebrate, they must protect, because today in the knowledge intensive ecosystem of governance, knowledge must be acknowledged. We are part of that ecosystem today, and reaching out to the stakeholder at last mile, where we recognize innovation as a budding innovator. We mentor to the institution in IP support, and we also build capacity to the academia where the knowledge are created. We are giving small affordable technology to our MSME and startups, those who are taking this innovative product to the mass, and that's the innovation that create value. That's the innovation that mitigate the challenge of the society. So it is the time for all of us to how we integrate intellectual property into our business practice, in our institution, in our ecosystem of governance. How we are building the capacity of our own manpower of our ecosystem to respect IP and leverage IP, building capacity on intellectual property. How we are branding our institution, brand positioning our institution, creating a goodwill gesture of our institution, that is important today. And also how we are making strategic tool in the competitive advantage and merger acquisition of the companies or the startup, and how we are making money out of it to IP securitization, IP monetization, and technology transfer. One of the beautiful example of Araku coffee, that Araku coffee is a GI registered Araku coffee. One of the startup came out with a native Araku coffee, and today hundred of people getting direct livelihood, and also people like me are getting our own coffee from our own place where our roots are there, and towards entrepreneurship. That's the IP, that's the ecosystem, we are part of it. Branding is important today at this challenging time. When we are offering a glass of water, no one will be ready to take the water, but certainly people will take the water like this, because this is the recognition, this is the brand, this is the trust, and this is also the challenge at this challenging time of pandemic. NRDC as an organization, national organization, we are part of this innovation journey in connecting mind to the market, connecting the bridge between academia and industry, in supporting, handholding, managing IP, evaluation, IP commercialization. We have been providing seed funding to the startup. We have been supporting to the startup academia in prototype, market survey, field testing, and incubation services, and also recognizing innovation is also most important. As a budding innovator, as a societal innovator, as a premium innovator in the technological innovation, and also mitigating the challenge of that IP benefit sharing. If the technology or technology know-how transfer successfully commercialized, product came to the market, how we are collecting the royalty and sharing the royalty with the innovator, that is the best way of benefit sharing of intellectual property under the TRIPS framework. So we are a national institution with great integrity of IP management, IP commercialization, and many more value addition, technology development and validation for commercialization, pilot plant studies, incubation services, field testing, market survey, prototype development, and we have reached out to many stakeholders of the knowledge economy. And NRDC as a organization 360 support to the startup ecosystem and the present ecosystem of governance, from startup evaluation for tax exemption to incubation, seed funding, IPR protection, technology transfer, technology information, and also part of global ecosystem of innovation today, which we are looking after Technology Innovation Support Center of WIPO, and taking Indian technology globally, particularly in setting up a demonstration center in many African countries. India or NRDC plays a very important role, taking Indian technology internationally. So that's the beauty of India today. We support and handhold, and also validation of the technology to the startup. We give fund for that, handhold for that, and also we establish Indian Technology Demonstration Center in various African countries to adopt Indian technology, taking Indian knowledge know-how, technology know-how, so that we can be a Vishwaguru in creating such opportunity of technology and innovation, and also IP commercialization, taking our own startup to that country so that they can showcase Indian technology for global needs. That's the ecosystem we were part of, and we are part of that in IP commercialization. Not only to that, many IP protected technology we transfer. Because of that, the multinational corporate, translational corporate has ready to understand, realize, and also trust in investing such kind of product, and which product those who are making us proud, nation proud with their innovation and value creation. Not only to that, the women, particularly to the women entrepreneurship activities, we have a programs like Kiran program. We have also developed such kind of knowledge workforce towards intellectual property right who are working as a women scientist. So we have been playing an important role in green technology for blue economy. We are part of many bilateral programs on sensitizing or also channelizing IP information at academia, industry, government, startup, and MSME, so that they should respect IP, leverage IP, protect IP, manage IP, and also monetize IP. We transfer many technology at this challenging time in mitigating the challenge, and that's we place as a organization in technology transfer and IP commercialization. Friend, IP commercialization may be divided into three categories. IP commercialized by the owner who knows the process. IP commercialized through assignment, to sell or assign the IP or to license the IP. What NRDC do? IP assignment is a process. Selling of a patent, trademark, and copyright to the third party. Licensing is a mechanism for giving a period of a specific period of time. Maybe licensing, maybe exclusive license or non-exclusive license with the term and condition, term of reference of the licensing agreement, and also franchising, joint venture, and merger of acquisition. So these are the tools that plays an important role, and in that IP or know-how tool to commercialize, there are many guiding factors. For IP licensing agreement is the ownership of the IP, uses of IP, term of sub-licensing, territorial scope, limitation attached to the IP being licensed, reservation or restriction of any special right, termination clause, period of licensing, royalty and lump sum premium. This is the mechanism of payment, as you may ask for upfront payment, or you may ask for the lump sum premium, or you may ask for royalty, obligation, indemnity, and these are the most important ingredient or the parameter as far as the IP licensing agreement are concerned. So friends, you innovate, we are there to protect. As a organization of national ecosystem of scientific governance, we are there to support, and we have been supporting, and that's the credibility to speak before you. At last, the problem is never how to get a new innovative thought into our mind, but how to get the old one out. And we have to change our mindset as per the demand of time. In fact, the other day, the US has come out with a report of IP, and India is also struggling, and we have seen US Special 301 provision before India. It is called US 301 or priority watch list. And we have to mitigate such kind of challenge, and we have a beautiful ecosystem of scientific governance, startup ecosystem, and also collaborative partner like this for the corporate, the industry association, for the institution, and all startup are together. Let's join hand and make the difference to fulfill the dream of Mahatma Gandhi, our founding father. That is homegrown idea, technology, and self-reliance. With this, thank you all of you for giving this opportunity. My mobile number, email ID is there. If you are looking for any kind of innovative technology, you are most welcome to get in touch with us. We will do our best. Thank you, all of you. God bless you. Jai Hind. Vande Mataram.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sal. I think this was, as always, very insightful. There's one question for me to kickstart, and then we can bring in any other questions from the audience. How does does NRDC work across every vertical, or is there a sector focus? Like, is it technology? Is it non-tech? How does one approach NRDC?
Any city, because being a national organization, any citizen of India has the right to get in touch with NRDC. So we have a strategy. Even we have given IP support to individual also. When we are talking about IP facilitation, any kind of IP, now we are focusing on manufacturing IP because we have to support manufacturing startup. So those startup who needs IP support for manufacturing unit, manufacturing innovation, they can take our services free of cost, and any service they are most welcome to get in touch with us. We have been doing, but we have a limited funding, so we have we have primary focus on manufacturing innovation now. Earlier we were giving to all kind of startup. Now we are moving into manufacturing so that we have to strengthen manufacturing startup ecosystem in India. So that is the strategy, but everyone has the right to get in touch with us.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Sal. I'm just browsing through the chat box if there is any questions. Now, Dr. Jayamanti Pandit has been very kind in answering a few of these in the chat box itself. But just an open question, like there's a program like Kiran for women scientists. Is there something like that for women scientists who are more than 50 years old? Yeah. Would you know?
Yes, yeah. Government of India has a women scientist program, Kiran, and that is through Department of Ministry of Science and Technology. The Technology Information Forecasting Assessment Council is running every year as a women scientist scheme. So we have many women scientists who are working with us. They joined as a women trainee scientist, women scientist. Now they are working in mitigating many challenges of many of our department. So this program got a Nari Shakti Award from Honorable President of India. So that is one of the beautiful ecosystem, particularly taking IP towards entrepreneurship. And those women who are part of that today, not only they are beautifying their own companies, they are beautifying, giving many more job and trust and also a ethical and professional IP service to the business community.
Thank you. There's a question by Dr. Meera Sharma. The major problem, I guess, after manufacturing is marketing and selling the product. How does NRDC help with that?
In fact, I have informed that we give market survey. We do market survey whether the technology has a demand in the market or not. We do a second independent survey, or our service provider are there, those who gives market survey report. We do basic engineering development package, and also we have our own thought process and mechanism to understand. But market survey and also BDP and techno-commercial support, prototype scale, so all these are the validation support we do to handhold the technology from lab scale technology to the demonstration and commercial viable stage. In that series of technology readiness level 4 to 9, we plays an important role in mitigating the challenge, both scientifically and scientifically and legally.
Sure.
Very good afternoon to you. This is Mohammad Maz Hussain. I'm serving as incubation manager at Frank and Devi Slum Entrepreneurship Incubation Center at Department of Business Administration, Aligarh Muslim University, sir. Sir, I just wanted to know, like, do you have any training sessions or anything which you have developed or you are planning to do so for basically enhancing the capability of incubation centers to basically be a contributing towards this meaningful cause, sir?
See, Thank you, Mohammed ji, because I fondly remember I visited your university on 2 sessions on intellectual property, and today we have connected after Corona. So, particularly what you are asking for incubation part, let me also tell you our role is particularly confined to IP and IP commercialization, technology transfer, and we have also a incubation center at Delhi. We have established. If you need such kind of assistance for your ecosystem, we are there to support you.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
There's a question by Suma Gauri Panala that as an Indian resident, someone who files a patent in India, and as an example, they also file at the USPTO. Can they do tech transfer or licensing of that patent to a US company?
Yes, certainly. I will. We are ready to support for that endeavor activities, but we have to do the due diligence, particularly IP issues and some of the other. We have a set of mechanism, and I'll request you. You can get in touch with me, and we have a bilateral collaboration with United States Patent and Trademark Office. We have a MOU with USPTO. So we have that much of credential to take into a next level. So you are most welcome, madam.
Great. There's a question by Rohit which says, in case of joint uh, agreements, right? Like when there are multiple parties that develop an IP together, as an example, a corporate and a startup, what measures should be taken so that the corporates don't take advantage of the startup?
Yes, the biggest challenge for every startup today, they are the big fish, we are the small fish, and merger and acquisition is the one of the opportunity or the maybe challenge we can say. But the standard how we are drafting our agreement and keeping our right and obligation as well as prior informed consent are important. But when we are signing such agreement, we have to be carefully. And many corporate do not do such kind of unethical practice, but they are particular with the agreement, and based on their agreement they do. So we have to strengthen that. When you are transferring any technology transfer or any kind of signing any agreement, we have to be very, very strictly or due diligently see the clauses of the IP and IP benefit sharing, and whether it is exclusive right or non-exclusive right. So that part we need to understand.
Sure. Might I also add, Rohit, you can cover all these nuances in the intermediate module of L2 Pro. It's a very valid and important question, right? Where you need to be familiar with all the agreements and the terms on both sides. It happens quite often. Dr. Sahu, Dr. Meera Sharma asked that she's a scientist and a patent attorney. How can she join NRDC?
Madam, there is a vacancy. You are most welcome. You please apply at Delhi. You can visit NRDC website, and this is an opportunity for you to mitigate the challenge of some of the IP and technology of our strategic department of Government of India. So please visit NRDC website, or you can speak to me. And thank you, Hemang, for reaching out to such kind of stakeholders, those who are looking such opportunity to join hand towards innovation activities of the nation.
Sir, Sahu sir.
Yes, Dr. Rakesh.
Yeah, I'm faculty from National Institute of Design, Madhya Pradesh, and I'm also the in charge of the IPR cell here. Just we are establishing the IPR cell. I would like to know how the Institute NITMP will collaborate with NRDC regarding the IPs filing and the commercial technology transfer.
Yes. See, these are the two institutions playing important role for two different kind of ball games. So we are ready to collaborate institution like this, because many invention, innovation, and idea will come, and that will strengthen our role to further for benefit or transferring technology to the society. So I'll request Dr. Rakesh and after the meeting, I'll be in touch with you. And I think I have shared my mobile number and email ID. Please drop an email. And we have we reach out to various institutions, universities, those who have created IP, how we are taking that IP into a next level to further validation and monetization part. So certainly based on our win-win situation, we will collaborate with you, sir.
Hello.
Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Dr. Sahu, can you type your email ID in the chat box, please? I mean, because you showed it in your PPT, but people may not have written it down. Oh, yes. Thank you so much. Thanks. Thanks, Sambit.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead. That's Saurabh, right?
Yeah, Saurav here. It is a fantastic program being organized by SOCHAM, and I congratulate them. I have been doing startup mentoring since 2014. And in my aura, a lot of startups came. They came for venture capital support and all those things. And I had been advising them to do their research patented. So I congratulate Dr. Shahu for giving insight for this. I am organizing a webinar on LinkedIn where there will be around more than 200 attendees, challenges for startups in India on March 2nd, 8:30 p.m. onwards. So I would like to request Dr. Sahu to throw some light. What should I discuss on challenges for startups in India? Because I have been facing a lot of queries from innovators that they are not getting the real focus by venture capitalists, even if they do patent, because the aim is that to scale up. So I had been so far mentoring that startups should start commercializing first on their own pocket capital. And then after 2 to 3 years, when they show some results, then only they will get the venture capital. That is the real fact today. Nobody is going to give startup. Many startups fail. I'm going to discuss this in my startup, though the topic of this webinar is different than mine, but still I would like to know from Dr. Sahu, is there any way forward to support startups after commercialization to get venture capital also? Because unless they develop and they scale up, innovation will remain innovation. Even royalty will not come to them if the market doesn't know the commercial value of that. So everybody aims to get VC and then further become a unicorn. Their goal is to become an unicorn. All startups start from that. They don't want to remain as it is. So in that direction, is NRDC doing something, or will there be any further organization who will do that to support to get the capital? That is very important. Mr. Sahu, please throw light on that so that I can discuss this in my webinar.
Sir, see, venture capital being a government organization, for that we don't have that mechanism, but we have a seed funding, we have an angel investment and equity investment. NRDC do provide, and one of the company where we invested became a unicorn today. So every organization have certain process and certain ecosystem, and we are bind with our objective, and what you are looking for is venture capital part. Other than that, for funding part, seed funding part, angel funding part, and also other institutional collaboration for validation, market survey, all that part we are having such kind of strength, and that strength will certainly strengthen your vision. But if we have some of the strength we might not have, but we can channelize that kind of platform for you also.
Sir, can our organization collaborate with NRDC? Because I have been doing a startup mentoring since 2014. My company is Commercial Technical Consulting LLP, a multidisciplinary, multi-sector consulting company. So our aim is not to become a McKinsey or BCG, and all those are very regarded in the international market. by venture capitalists if they support. We are targeting MSME and small scale industries who do something and their research and innovation goes into oblivion. So will NRDC collaborate with our outfit, and then can we do something together?
Sir, you can talk to me bilaterally.
Okay, sir. I will certainly talk.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Saw, I had a question to ask. When startups approach you, particularly, right, with regards to something that they want to commercialize, how can they make their pitch very clear? Because sometimes people write very lengthy documents, some write very ultra short things. How should they provide it so that they capture? It's very easier for you and your team to capture the essence of what they're trying to commercialize.
Yes. See, one of the biggest tool for us to, if any startup do not have any IP first, our role is to support, handhold their IP activities so that we can create the value and we can create the opportunity of somebody can come and see the business perspective, that part. And second, we have a set of process and mechanism. We have a format for that. We ask specific format and we document that and also manage that document as a knowledge management so that tomorrow it should not be a challenge for any stakeholder. And third most important point I would like to tell you is that jo dikhta hai wo bikta hai. So we have seen how the tracing, testing and treating of COVID-19 has create the value of the IP centric, I will say IP centric innovation, that innovation which we have, all of us has part of that. So we have to understand what are the market demand, and that's I categorically told innovation readiness level. Technology may be good, but whether the technology has a demand in the market. Many of the scientists, many of the people, startup used to tell कि मेरे पास ऐसा ऐसा ये चीज ऐसा हो जाएगा, लेकिन वो असली में होगा कि नहीं होगा उसका हमको एक ड्यू डिलिजेंस करना जरूरी है. And that due diligence credential we have, and that's the parameter I emphasize as far as the innovation readiness level. Must look onto it whether business readiness level is there, consumer readiness level is there, and society ready. कभी कभी काफी टेक्नोलॉजी होता है लेकिन सोसाइटल बिहेवियर उसके ऊपर पसंद नहीं होता है. तो कहने का मतलब है जहां लोग इडली डोसा खाते हैं तो वहां हम पराठा बेचने जाएंगे तो कोई नहीं जाए खरीदेगा ना. So we have to see that जैसा देश ऐसा बेस. So that's मैं आपको एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल देना चाहता हूँ. I am sitting at Visakhapatnam. Many of the women entrepreneur comes to our office. They ask for tamarind processing technology. You know, यहाँ पे चटनी, हर चटनी यहाँ होता है, और चटनी खाने के लिए हर किसी के लिए भी मन लगता है, इडली में हो या डोसा में हो या कहीं भी हो. तो कहने का मतलब इतना जितना भी जो tamarind processing का यहाँ नहीं है, तो मेरे ऑफिस में हम we have been discussing with many women entrepreneurs. They are badly looking for a technology, and that technology can be useful for this problem. So इसका डिमांड है, कम से कम हम टेक्नोलॉजी ले आएंगे तो अल्टीमेटली ये विजिबिलिटी यहाँ मार्केट में होगा. तो ऐसे ही हम एक स्ट्रैटेजी करते हैं और देखते भी हैं, और ऐसे ही हमारा जो सक्सेस रेट है. और एक चीज है, टेक्नोलॉजी कहाँ से आ रहा है, क्योंकि टेक्नोलॉजी जहां से भी आ रहा है तो वहां उस इंस्टीट्यूशन का भी एक क्रेडेंशियल हो और उसका नाम से ही टेक्नोलॉजी आगे चला जाएगा. कहते हैं कि बच्चा गिर जाता है लेकिन उसके साथ कोई भी बुजुर्ग खड़ा होता है या साथ में पकड़ के चलाता है तो आराम से चल के पार हो जाता है रास्ता. वही चीज है, what kind of organization are hand holding such entities, such startup, so that startup can mitigate many challenges. और एक एग्जांपल देना चाहता हूँ. एक स्टार्टअप प्रोडक्ट तो बना लिया मार्केट में, लेकिन एक दिन उसके पास एक इन्फ्रिंजमेंट सूट आ गया. उसको वो स्टार्टअप कैसे करेगा? एक बार कोई भी स्टार्टअप अगर वकील के पास जाता है, मैं एक कॉमन मैन पर्सपेक्टिव से कहता हूँ, जब लीगल इशू में एक छोटा सा स्टार्टअप अगर जाएगा उसमें लायबिलिटी ज्यादा आ जाएगा तो कैसे वो मिटिगेट करेगा? ये एक इश्यूज है जिसके लिए we are the institution supported many such kind of startup अभी जो लोग का अपना रूट बन गया है, they are flying, and we are proudly celebrating our support and ecosystem.
Very good. Thank you so much, sir. I think that's, as always, you put it in a very simple terms कि किसी को भी समझ में आ जाएगा. Really appreciate it. So I think that covers us to the end. There's a
Hemang, Dr. Sahu had spoken about the, various programs of NRDC, including, investment of 1 crore in startups. So, Dr. Sahu, can you speak about 5 minutes about, 2 to 3 minutes on the investments?
Yes. Let me also inform you at this August platform that NRDC from yesterday to today, we are at headquarters. My chairman and the team are now evaluating the startup seed funding, and we are providing seed funding to manufacturing startup. And the exercise presentation is going on. And second is TDVC, technology development validation for commercialization. Now my team from Visakhapatnam visited 4-5 startup whom we have funded for manufacturing startup. I am talking about from where we have given funding. Now they have gone for inspection to see the stage of the development, so that further activity next course of action can be initiated. So my 3 women scientists are traveling now. So this program, you can see the technology, innovation, IP, hand-holding support, and also a knowledgeable, I will say, expert member or expert official who is seriously working on that part, both professionally and giving a personal touch, certainly beautify the activity, and that's the TDVC program. IP that you already briefed. We do market survey. अगर आपका कोई भी स्टार्टअप चाहता है कि उसका जो प्रोडक्ट है उसका वैल्यू क्या है मार्केट में, विजिबिलिटी कहाँ तक है, कौन कौन सा कॉम्पिटिटर है, क्या क्या चैलेंजेस है, वो भी हम कंसल्टेंसी बेसिस में हम कर सकते हैं उसके लिए. और मैन्युफैक्चरिंग स्टार्टअप के लिए, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इनोवेशन के लिए, और एनी स्टार्टअप लुकिंग फॉर ए न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी, वी आर देयर टू सपोर्ट एंड हैंड होल्ड, और रेगुलेटरी एस्पेक्ट ऑल्सो. And we can go for other extent in mitigating such kind of challenge in this innovation journey.
Terrific. Thank you so much. I think for the ASSOCHAM team, there's a good suggestion by Mr. Gulabhai Rohit to have a program on IPR and MSME awareness program for Indian rural entrepreneurs. So please take a note of that. It would be an impactful topic. Thank you, Mr. Gulabhai, for always attending our webinars, always
Hello.
sharing your experience.
Hello.
Thank you.
Sure. Mr. Keval Krishan, sorry.
Yes.
Please go ahead. We can take one last question here at the dot.
Not question. Just I want to say something regarding your program.
Sure, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Yes. Myself is advocate Keval Krishan Roda from Amritsar, Ambika Registration Service. तो मुझे बस इतना ही कहना था, अच्छा लगा कि आपने ये सब अवेयरनेस के लिए किया. तो इट विल बी बेटर कि आप इसको आफ्टर सम इंटरवल्स इसे करते रहिए. प्लीज कीप इट अप.
Thank you so much, sir. Really appreciate your kind feedback.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay, we are at the dot of 4 o'clock. Thank you so much, Dr. Sahu. Again, you've been always gracious in sharing your expertise and insights with us in a very simple, easy to apply manner. I think that's the best part. And we need to do more of these things. The feedback from Keval Krishanji and so many others are just motivating us, to do more of this.
Thank you, all of you.
Thanks.
Thank you. And
Thank you very much, sir.
Dr. Vishnumurthy, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for this.
There are many known faces are here. Professor Vishnumurthy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a pleasant afternoon.
Thank you, everyone, sir.
Thank you all.